Welcome to a, can I sit somewhere? Yeah, I have a desk there. Welcome to a forecast. I'm currently on a holiday, so I don't have my screen. Shit, but I will try to do it with this. Um, it is what it is. What is this? Let me close this real quick. And let's get to it. So let's start with DXY. Let's break it down properly so this can go as well. From the weekly time frame, and first thing that we notice is that we have a previous weekly low over here, previous weekly low, and we got previous weekly high over here, and that's last week's range. We know that we are still inside this bearish range. We know that we are in a huge supply zone. That's actually quite huge. Why is that so big? Oh yeah, because it's a daily supply zone we are in. And we can also see that although we now reaching deeper into the discount of this last most recent bullish range, we kind of can maybe ignore that range as we had the low, a high, a higher low, higher high, etc. Then we got the bearish break over here. Now we got the bearish continuation. So we might actually just follow this structure and continue further down. Let me make that better. There we go. We also know that we are building up some liquidity over here. Took this can go. We got the bearish break. We now got this bearish break over here. And for now on DXY, we are inside this bearish range. So forecast wise on the high, based on the higher time frame. Oh, wait, there's something on my screen. Forecast based on the higher time frames, I want to see lower pricing. Why? Because we are still inside this bearish range. Although this is a weak break, why is this jumping all the time? Hold up. I don't know if you guys see it. I see it. It's annoying me. And although this is a weak break, it is a break, and a break is a break, and we have to treat it as a break. And therefore, we are inside the premium of this bearish range, and we are looking for lower pricing. So that lining up with this structure being bearish over here, and ignoring the fact that we are building up liquidity purely based on structure, I hope to see price come up. I already see nice area over here. This cluster of trades, candles with the liquidity. Wait. With the liquidity over here as well. Where's my, oh, over here. With the liquidity here, I see price hopefully come in, and then we continue further down, break that structure, take our previous weekly lows, and then we might see a turnaround. The thing is with this leg, and that's on the 1 hour, on the 50-minute, it looks a little bit better, but this leg doesn't have much internal range liquidity to it. And with the liquidity building up over here, it might be this range marked on here might stay intact, and we might either come above here, or we might take out this liquidity, take up previous weekly highs, and then get a turnaround and then come lower. So that's the second scenario. First scenario for next week is this one. Second scenario is, okay, wait, this is the first scenario. Second scenario is down like that. Hold up. Okay. So first scenario is we move up correctional, maybe induce some sellers here, got that move, and then we continue down. Scenario one. Scenario two is same thing. We get that move here, then we induce some sellers from this area, then we continue up, take out the liquidity, and we either move down from that area above that liquidity, or we just continue the range going up higher. And that would line up with the idea, so not the actual fact, but the idea that this is a liquidity grab, another break of structure. And the idea of price then breaking bullish again, as this was a liquidity grab, so no bearish break, meaning that we are still bullish because there was no bearish break. It's just a liquidity grab. And then we come up higher. And then if we come up higher, I aim for price taking out these internal highs and tap into this daily fair value gap at least. So that's the second scenario, but that's really long term compared to that red one. But these are the two scenarios we want to look out for. Of course, it's pretty straightforward. One moves up and comes down, the other moves up and continues up. So, of course, but it's the manner in which it happens. So, correctional up, inducing some sellers maybe, then come above that liquidity, then give us that turnaround. You can see that cluster of 1 hour candles is actually a 4 hour PY. Now, thing is, we got another PY sitting above, if I'm correct. I don't know. Let me check. Price notes. So this price is so didn't tap yet. Well, missed like 0.1 pip. But yeah, so and then translating those scenarios into EU, what would that mean for EU? And EU is looking a little bit better, although yeah, it would be this candle. It would be actually these cluster of candles. It would be this one covers a part of the fair value gap, which is nice. Sorry. So that will be price coming below here. And I took this candle as well because this candle covers like almost that fair value gap. And if you go to the lower time frame, we can see this is the sell move that took liquidity and then caused the buy move. So the sell to buy move. So aka my demand zone. And then that would mean for EU that we see price come lower first in a correctional manner as well, inducing some sellers, inducing some buyers, taking out the buyers, and then give us that first give us that first scenario of buyers. Now, second scenario on EU, of course, mean that we get that same inducement and then we get that continuation down and we either come deeper down and we can still move up from here, or we come further down and then we take out these lows or move from here to, so it looks like this, to take out this liquidity. And that would be this liquidity on DXY, this trend line. So, and yeah. Now, thing is, we got to clean up. So with the previous weekly highs, very nice. Previous weekly lows are still intact. Daily, I don't care about now. If I'm trading, probably not. I don't have the time to trade. And another thing, Morocco has the same time as London, meaning that I should wake up an hour earlier. Not on holiday, bro. I will do some different work stuff probably, but not trading. I don't need to trade. I'm up 4.46%. So there's no pressure at all to trade. There should never be pressure to trade because trading is not a must, but like even if you're doing a challenge or whatever, there shouldn't be pressure, but still there's no reason for me to trade. Sorry. My pollen allergy is getting a little bit less here, but it's still kind of horrible. So yeah. So scenario 1, scenario 2 further down, and that's it for EU. Now GU, we have those two scenarios on EU, on DXY, but what does it look like on GU? So GU actually did what I expected to happen, and that was actually where I talked about that I wanted to see price come above here before we look for sells. We took out that liquidity. This is all mess, by the way. Let me clean it up. Took that liquidity. Very good, very nice. We come up higher. So DXY, following that range, meaning DXY lower, meaning the GU higher, and ignoring this range, or what's it called? Invalidating, sorry. So invalidating this range. DXY coming higher, taking out all the liquidity would mean DXY following this range, and that would be very nice. So DXY higher would mean GU lower, and then this would be my main scenario for GU. Actually, as we still know that DXY is inside this bullish range, meaning that following this range, which is more major to this range, would mean that this scenario up is actually a higher probability. Though we know that we are inside this range, which is in a premium, and therefore sells are higher probability. So those are even higher probability. So yeah, a bit complicated, but that's why I still struggle with GU. But knowing or giving that first scenario a chance, meaning GU trickling down and then continuing up, and whether we respect this bullish range or not, if we go higher, we can still look for buy trades on GU, and that would be from, as we come above here, then this is our most recent range. Yeah, so this area is looking very clean, and we got some order flow areas here. So I'm gonna quickly mark them out as they don't look clean yet to me, but you got this zone. So going to the 15, you see what happened there. And yeah, where he got that trend line below, so it's not ideal. It doesn't have much liquidity to it. And then this one is looking way better to me, as we take that liquidity first, and then price gives us the move. And that would line up with DXY coming higher, GU coming lower. So sells from this area is very clean as well. And that would mean that either we continue further down, or just to reach discount pricing on this range, I still favor shorts from the area we're in right now. That will mean longs from the area we're in right now on GU, on DXY, and that lines up. So for DXY, I'm looking for shorts into potential longs depending on what DXY does, and go from there. Really still struggling with the DXY thing, how it works, with the GU thing. So, but it looks clean. Look at how it took that liquidity. Though this is more impulsive, I can see it still turn around and now take out this trend line. DXY coming higher, EU coming lower. EU has reason to come lower as well, as it didn't reach discount pricing yet for that yellow range, and it did reach premium pricing for this red range. So all reasons to line up for GU to continue lower. So it's a bit of a messy forecast, guys. I gotta go, but yeah, let's just focus on EU mainly, of course, and keep these two scenarios in mind, whether it's instantly or instant up. But this is my high probability area I'm looking for. Then this is my second high probability area to look for, and that one lines up with GU, by the way. To look for longs from here, but knowing, by the way, that EU can move from here easily, GU might move from here as well, and then DXY would move from this area. So that's a forecast. That's my high probability area for sells, aka buys on EU and GU. If that doesn't happen, we look further. If that doesn't happen in terms of it's not giving us an entry drill, then the forecast still played out, because the red one is my main forecast. If it doesn't happen in terms of scenario wise, and we continue up, then we will look at the pre-market, look during pre-market analysis what the best way is to follow price. All right, that's it, guys. Peace out. I'm uploading it and then I'm gone.